welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking haulage. Woo, my favorite kind of video to film. It's actually been quite a while since I have been to a makeup convention or a makeup expo or a trade show or whatever you want to call it. But I did have the opportunity to go to IMATS Atlanta, which is so exciting. This year was the first year that IMATS was in Atlanta, and I think overall, my opinion on the whole experience is I'm glad they're expanding, going to the southern states. I live in the south, so it's nice to see some, you know, southern expos. Usually they're in LA or New York, but yeah, Atlanta, which is super cool. So super excited about that. It was much smaller than the IMATS in LA. So I have been to IMATS LA, I've been to Gen Beauty, New York City, and I've also been to Fame Expo in LA. So I've kind of been, you know, on both coasts, and it was a lot smaller than any other convention that I've seen before. There wasn't as many large brands, and a lot of the time, so like any convention I've been to in LA where Namies or Nigel has been present, they usually have like a huge section. So like Namies will be there, but they have like a huge section of the whole floor. And then they have like a mini booth for Too Faced, a mini booth for Lorac, a mini booth for this, a mini booth for that. And here it was like one booth with everything and like small dosages and quantities of everything. So I think just like moral of this whole thing is it was a lot smaller than other ones. And that's probably because it was the first year, the first time it's been there, and they maybe wanted to get a feel for the whole thing. I totally get it, but there just wasn't as much selection. There also was a lot less people, which I was kind of excited about because I get really, really bad crowd anxiety. And I mean, I remember the first time I went to IMATS LA, I literally had like a panic attack and I had to step out and like take a deep breath and like ease my way back in. So it was nice that there wasn't a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of lines. Actually, well, there was one line we stood in at the Namies booth, but it's like for the most part, there wasn't a lot of lines. It was just easy. You know what I mean? I was able to walk through the whole thing, walk through again, buy anything I wanted, without having to stand in a huge line, and like it was just a really good experience overall. I got to talk to so many exciting new brands, some brands that I know and love, and yeah, meet some new people. So it was really, really fun. I went with my sister Erin. She lives in Atlanta actually, so it was really cool to spend some time with her and get to experience that with her. But I did buy a few things. Now I didn't go crazy. I know if you've watched my previous IMATS hauls or Fame Expo hauls, I tend to go a little crazy at these conventions. And the reason why is the products are so super discounted there. Like all of the companies will bring you their like newest, latest, and greatest products and discount them, like really, really discount them, like 40% off discount them. So it's hard to control yourself because you're like, oh my God, everything is so cheap, and you just want to buy it all. But I resisted. I spent less than $200, which is like, what? I mean, I was proud of myself. So yeah, anyways, in this video, I wanted to go through the products that I did purchase and kind of share them with you and share my excitement with you. So I'm gonna start out with, this is the bag they gave you when you walked in the door, which is kind of weird because Kat Von D wasn't even there. Her products weren't there, she wasn't there, so I don't really know why she was on the bag. But I ended up kind of piling everything in here. I just kind of kept these bags, you know, for the thumbnail photo, but yeah, there's nothing in here. And nothing in here. I think it's excessive how big the bags are that they give you. Like, it's kind of wasteful. So I will start out with my Namies bag. So I did stop by the Namies booth. If you're unfamiliar, Namies is, it's just like a beauty store. I know they have one in LA. I guess they have one maybe in Atlanta also. But basically it's kind of like your Ulta or your Sephora where it's a bunch of different brands together. So they had Dose of Colors. Actually, the majority of the table was Dose of Colors, which was kind of exciting because it's like I haven't really seen Dose of Colors at places other than Dose of Colors. You know what I mean? So they had like the Mickey Mouse collection and all of that. I just picked up one small thing from them, so I really, really like their glosses. So I picked up this little kit right here. It's the Glossy Wonderland kit. I believe this is part of their holiday collection, but it is 3 little mini glosses, all colors that I don't have already. So the colors are not on the box. Okay, how can I open this up to get these out? Okay. Naughty. Ooh, so maybe they're like holiday themed. So Naughty is the first one. I like that these are all kind of like nude colors. This one is like a dark nude. They smell so good. Oh, they have almost like a very rich vanilla fragrance to them. So there's Naughty. Dress Up, which has a hint more peach, it looks like, in it. Maybe pink. Ooh, I actually really like that one a lot. I think this will be a good go-to for me. And these are good sizes too. They're mini, but how often do you go through a whole tube of lipstick? You know what I mean? Angel looks like it has a little bit more pink in it. God, that one's beautiful. I actually might like that one better. Yeah, all dressed up. All dressed up, what was it called again? Dress Up is more of like a peachy nude. This one's more of a pinky nude. So Angel. And then the last one is Photo Op, which looks like it's more of like a true neutral nude right there. So really, really nice colors. And this was really discounted too. I don't believe I kept my receipt for anything. Oh, actually I did. This one, it was $17, originally $25. So I don't know, do the math. So there's that. And then I also picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. This retails for $45. I got it for $31. They had all the Anastasia palettes. They also had all the Huda Beauty palettes, including the new nude palette, which I was so upset because I had just purchased that nude palette from Sephora the weekend before, full price. So the fact that they had it there, and it was like really discounted to you guys, it was like $38, like almost 50% off. I was a little bit bummed about that. But yeah, this is a palette I've kind of been on the fence about, but I just, you know, it was discounted, so I bought it. I was like, do I really need another palette? No. But look at this packaging though. It's so pretty, glittery. So yeah, the Sultry palette, and here's what it looks like. It's a cool toned palette, which is kind of why I was on the fence about buying it. But ironically, that's kind of what made me buy it, was because it's definitely different from any other palette that I own. I don't have a lot of cool tone palettes. I think the only other cool tone palette I own is the Too Faced Bonbons palette, Chocolate Bonbons palette. So it is kind of nice to switch things up a little bit. And I do go through phases in my makeup life where I love warm tones, which has definitely been the past few years. But I started loving makeup with cool tones. So I have a feeling it's gonna wrap back around eventually. So those were the two things I got at Namie's, and then they gave me a free brush cleaner, fast drying, sanitizing brush cleaner, the NBS brand. I've actually never heard of that before, unless Namie's maybe it's their house brand. Ooh, oh my God, that smells like the vodka that's in the plastic bottle. Oh, I was not expecting that. Oh my God. Oh my God, I think I'm high based off of sniffing that. Yuck. Okay. Hopefully it works well at cleaning brushes. The next thing I got was from Sigma, and I honestly do not think I have a receipt from Sigma. Nope, that was Smith Cosmetics. Yeah, maybe they just emailed me my receipt. This was discounted too. I don't remember how much, but it was discounted, maybe like 30% off. But this is their brush cleaning glove. Currently I use the brush cleaning mini mat, which suctions to the bottom of my sink. I've used that for a while. I bought that maybe at Fame Expo, one of the other shows I went to in LA years ago. So it's kind of getting a little grimy, and I saw Jam Beauty using a mitt like this. It wasn't this exact mitt, but a mitt like this to clean her brushes. So I figured I would buy one to clean my brushes. Anyways, I do think it'll work well though, because you can, I mean, it's a mitt, so you put it on and then you can really just like work the brushes a little bit better. So I actually really need to clean my brushes, so this is perfect. I might use this. I might get high using that. But yeah, this is really nice. It's the same consistency and texture and material as the suction mat that I currently have from Sigma. So I know I'll really like that. And then the last place I went was Smith Cosmetics. Now, my little, like, kind of, ooh, what is this? Oh, this must have been in the bottom of the bag. I didn't buy this. MAC eyeshadow in the color Bird's Eye View. It's like a hot pink. I don't know that I'll use that. I'll probably toss that in the giveaway. What else was in here? Sneaking a pen. Oh, I did pick this up. This was a free sample. It's the Ben Nye pressed banana powder. I'm actually kind of excited to try that. A little pin that says I Heart Smith. That looks like that's it for freebies. At the bottom of the bag. Yeah, that's it. The rest are just like flyers and stuff that I picked up. Yeah, okay. So what was I saying? Oh, Smith Cosmetics. So I have been waiting and waiting and waiting to check out Smith Cosmetics. I purchased some Smith brushes at Fame Expo. I think it was 4 years ago, and that was when they were first launching. Pretty much nobody knew about them. It was one of those booths that like nobody was in line for, nobody was like checking out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go over there and check it out. And ended up buying 3 brushes from them. I bought the 232, the 230, and the contour brush, which I have all of those back here. They're all favorite brushes of mine. The contour brush is the 115. Fell in love with the brushes and decided I wanted to get some backups. They're always sold out online. The 230 and the 232 are my hands down like favorite brushes, but they're always out of stock. And I think it's because they're probably hands down a lot of people's favorite brushes. And I totally see why. The reason why I like the 232 so much is, well, let me grab it really quick. I used it today. I use it almost every day. But it's a blending brush, but it kind of comes to a little bit of a point right here, which is nice because then you can use it to like buff your lower lash line or like intensify your outer V or just put it in your crease or all over your lid. Like it's the best multi-purpose, just well-made brush. The bristles are nice and soft. They're not pokey. The 230 is the same thing, it's just a smaller version. I use these brushes all the time, you guys. And I have a feeling a lot of people, like once people started to figure out what Smith was, they were like, oh my gosh, these are the best brushes ever. And I totally agree. So needless to say, they're pretty much always sold out online. So I was really looking forward to going to this expo because I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick up some backups of my brushes. Because I feel like you can never have too many of your favorite brush, you know, like what if you lose one, what if one breaks, what if the bristles start to fall out, which hopefully they won't, but you know, as brushes age and whatever, what if I, you know, so many what ifs, so I like to have backups. So I was really excited. The Smith booth was the only booth that I was really like gunning for when I walked in the door. And they didn't have either of these brushes there, which makes me so sad because it's like, why didn't they prepare for that and have them in stock? They didn't have them in stock. So I didn't get to buy these 2 brushes at the expo, but I did pick up 3 different brushes. So I picked up the 151, which is the shadow brush. No, this is it right here. Why is it called a shadow? Oh, show price. Oh, I totally read that wrong. I was reading my receipt. It says show price. This was $29.20, which it was discounted. I don't know how much of a discount that is, maybe like 20% off. These are pretty expensive brushes. So I picked this one up hoping I could use it as like a brush. And I wonder how much different it is. Oh yeah, it's way different, vastly different from the one I already own. So I feel like I can use this as a bronzer brush or a blush brush. I don't know. It's just, oh, the bristles are so nice and I love the handles. So I picked that one up. I also picked up the 256, which is called the Arrowhead Lay Down brush, the large one. So I've really been looking for a new kind of flat shader brush to apply shadow to my eyes like this. Like, you know, all over lid colors. Right now, the only 2 I have that I actually like are by Sigma, and they're great brushes, but I just wanted to kind of branch out and see what Smith had to offer. So this one kind of comes to a point. You see that right there? Comes to a little point. So I feel like you could also use that to buff out your lower lash line or like really get into the corners of your eye. Just, you know, use it for whatever you want, but it's super duper soft. So that's the 256 brush. And then the last one I picked up there was the 235 brush, which is called the Flat Quill Crease Brush. So it's not really, well, I guess it is a little bit flat. You know what it reminds me of is the MAC 2, which one? What is it called? The 217, gosh, it's kind of wiped off. I think it's the 217 brush by MAC, but a little bit better because it comes to a point. So it has like the same kind of flatness, but like creasy fluffiness. You know what I mean? Blendingness. But it comes to a little bit more of a point, which will be nice to really get in there and get that like inner corner. So yeah, this one really caught my eye, and I'm really glad they had this one in stock. There was another one that I wanted. It was like a smaller version of this one, but they didn't have it. They're out of stock. I'm like, God, why didn't you guys prepare? And you know what they told me? They said that these are all handmade, which is kind of like the MAC brushes, and also explains why they're so expensive. They're kind of in the same price range as like Chanel brushes. Like they're just very, very expensive brushes. They're handmade, and there's only 6 people in the whole world who know how to make the Smith brushes. So that's why it takes so long to make them. That's why they're always out of stock, but that's why they're so great and they're such high quality brushes. So I picked these up, $21, $19, and $29. So not cheap, but definitely worth it. And then on Black Friday, so that's all I got at IMATS, but on Black Friday, they finally restocked the 230 and 232 on the Smith Cosmetics website. Thank God, and I grabbed those babies like so fast. And they're also 20% off. So I did pick up 2 backups of the 232, which is the bigger one, right? 232, yeah, these two are the 232. I'm getting tongue-tied. The bigger one, gosh, they're so soft when you get them. These ones don't feel as soft. I almost wonder if they changed the bristle or if these I've just used so much. You know what I mean? God, they're really soft. So yeah, 2 of the 232 and then 1 of the 230, which is just the smaller blending brush. Guys, I can't say this enough. These are so good. These brushes are so good. So good. So definitely check them out. I'm going to link the Smith Cosmetics website down below for you so that you can check them out. But yeah, that is what I picked up at IMATS. So if you guys went to IMATS, let me know what you picked up. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this haul video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.